What is the Log4j vulnerability?
Let's just step back a little bit and understand what is behind the Log4j, okay? There are two models of programming are in the markets and dominated by the markets. One is the Microsoft development, and one is the Java open source developments. So the Java open source development are using a lot of developers using a library called Log4j from Apache. It's open source, everyone is using it, we love it. But the biggest problem with it, some of the version of it is impacted, and it will allow the hackers to come into your system easily and take control.
How important is it?
It's important is that we talk about it, a lot of developers are using it. According to Java and according to Oracle is saying that 8 billion devices are using Java, and close to 1 billion of them are impacted with Log4j. And think about it, into the 8 of these devices are impacted. When we found that banks, e-commerce, a lot of large enterprises, they definitely have the Log4j running in somewhere, and they need to look to make sure that they're upgraded, they're updated, and make sure the vulnerability is not there.
What are the specific vulnerabilities of Log4j?
The biggest challenge with the Log4j is that it will allow the hacker to run a command or run a script on your server without even authenticating, not even doing anything. Simply, I found your server has the vulnerabilities, I penetrate in, and then I take control, minimum things, I will run the crypto mining. A lot of time in the banks, what will happen is that the hackers get in, they go run some transactions on the systems, okay? And they will show that large transaction that they convert the money at the end of the day to cryptos approved by the CEOs, monitored by the CTOs, and CFOs were involved. So even they don't know it, but guess what? Someone transferring the money, they have to be a point of the blame for that. And we're trying to stop that problem.
Who are impacted?
A lot of enterprises, such as banks, such as e-commerce websites, such as the manufacturing companies, hardware developers, you name the enterprise, they're definitely impacted. And why is that? Because a lot of people were using Log4j to log the problems with their system, and it was widely easy to use, widely used over everywhere.
What do you recommend the next steps of these companies should be?
We have open source solutions for everyone. They can go simply to our libraries online. They can run a scan, remediate, and solve their problems using our online libraries. We're going to show it in the next video how you will run with those. We also have a proprietary software that detects, remediate, and also provide them in next steps to make sure that there is no customer impact for them. End of the day, whatever we do, we want to make sure that your customers are not impacted. Watch the next video.